The king asked Chidera where the little child was. Chidera cried to the king and told him she knew nothing. When Ezinwa heard about this, he rushed to the palace to defend Chidera but was not allowed to enter. The king asked Ezinwa to go with some warriors to look for the missing child. They searched throughout the village and came back with the body of a child. She was found drowned in the river. There was wailing in the entire village. The king announced that Chidera was to be punished for killing that little child. She was to be sent to the priestess and later left in the evil forest. The news reached Chidera's paternal aunt in the city, who rushed down to the village to save her niece since Chidera was an orphan and only child to her late parents. The police were informed about it and Chidera was later taken to the police station while investigations were made. The king still told the police about the tradition in that kingdom and how culprits like Chidera must be killed. The police asked the king to leave the matter in their hands but will punish her if found guilty. Ezinwa was devastated and vowed to bring the truth to bear. He went before his father with a sword on his throat and said he will also kill himself if anything happens to Chidera. His father told him to then marry the princess so that the king will close the case and set Chidera free, since that was the only option left. Ezinwa disagreed with his father and later went to meet Chidera with her auntie and lawyer from the city at the police station. Ezinwa reminded Chidera of his promise to her and that the great tree of Ogidi where their names were carved will defend them. A hunter from a neighboring village visited the king of Ogidi with important information about the death of a little child. The hunter recounted how he witnessed a man push the child into a river, leading to her drowning. Fearful of being wrongly accused, the hunter initially remained silent but later came forward after hearing about Chidera, a falsely accused teacher. The king summoned all the young men in the village, and the hunter identified Osiri, a palm wine tapper, as the murderer. Osiri confessed to killing the child out of revenge against her father over a land dispute. The police arrested Osiri, and Chidera, who had been severely beaten, was released. The king apologized to Chidera and Ezinwa and gave them his consent to marry even though he had broken his promise to his daughter. Ezinwa also apologized to his son and told him he was the true warrior who stood by his promise by standing on his word never to abandon Chidera. Chidera and Ezinwa got married. Chidera became pregnant after some few months, but on the day of her delivery she passed on. She had been sick after the incident and was later found out that some concussion was given to her by the village priestess when she was taken there to deny her hand in the death of the child. That concussion was harmful, which killed her slowly. Chidera died after giving birth to her first child, whom Ezinwa named after Chidera. Ezinwa grieved for his love. He later moved to the city with the baby and no one heard about them again. The end.